There is a creature alive today who has survived millions of years of evolution without change, without passion, and without logic. It lives to kill, a mindless eating machine. It will attack and devour anything. It is as if God created the devil and gave him jaws. Hi, I'm sorry. I forgot you were there. Today happens to be a special day for me because I got a book in the mailbox. But honestly, I cannot remember for the life of me what it is. I'm thinking and thinking, brainstorming. I have no idea what it could be. No clue. I got one way to find out. There's a term called unboxing, and I have no idea what silly son of a gun thought that term up. Where I come from, they say you got a box and you got to get that sumbuck open. Let's give it a shot. In reality, I got a notification from my very favorite publisher, Suntup Editions, on May the 4th, saying, "May the 4th be with you." I wasn't saying that, but that was the date. Saying I had a book on the way. May the 6th, today, I got an email saying that that book showed up. That's fast. That is fast. Priority shipping, hook me up. Thanks for the hookup. The book is in, and I'm ready to take a look. When the rumors were flying that Suntup Edition was going to be publishing Peter Benchley's Jaws, I got pretty excited. I'd never read the book, upfront information. But to me, the movie Jaws, Steven Spielberg, Universal Studios, was one of the absolute best movies that I'd ever seen. I was born a couple of years after the movie was released, so I've lived my whole life with Jaws out there. And I'd seen the movie so many times on television, and then when the VCRs came out, so many times on videotape. Probably the first one was recording it off of television, so watching something edited for commercials is how I lived a lot of my life in the early days. And then DVDs, streaming, and I think maybe a couple of years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, I actually went to the theater and for the first time saw that movie. To me, it's about as good as a movie can get. And so I was excited to find out that Suntup Edition was going to be publishing the book that movie was based on. So I had to go jump in and figure out what it's all about. And naturally, the book and the movie are very different. And I don't want to say that that one's better than the other, but the movie is about as good as it gets, and the book is very, very good. So we'll just leave it at that. There are parts about the book that a movie just can't capture. And then there were aspects about the book that I'm glad they changed for the movie. I think the movie did a very good job of making the characters a little more endearing, making me care about the characters. There were lines in the movie that are iconic lines that weren't in the book. And the finale in the movie, although very similar, is not exactly the same. And the movie is a little bit more exciting in the finale and things like that. But all in all, the book by Peter Benchley is a very good book, and one that I think is worth reading again and again. So, Suntup Editions has delivered, and I can't wait to see my artist edition. I've also got a numbered edition coming, and that one has me just dripping with saliva like a dog at a food bowl. I can't wait for that mother to show up at my house. So, I can't think of any other lies to tell to make you wait, make people mad, get to it already, stuff like that. Let's get to it already. How do you like that? Let's open her up and see what we got. As always, there is nobody on God's green earth that knows how to package a book better than the Suntup folks. Not only the oversized box, good quality cardboard, but if you haven't already seen so, let's take a look and see what they put in there to actually protect the books. Let's see what it looks like. I know what to expect, and I'm sure you do too. But I'm excited. Every time I open one of these, it just shows me what it's like to have somebody not only care about books, care about publishing books, but care about, ooh, a surprise. Care about getting them things to you in that perfect condition. That's called integrity. That's called good business. And I really dig it. Always have, as long as I've been buying them, which hasn't been that long, and always will. But anyway, I'm oohing because something is different. What could it possibly be? I don't know. I'm colorblind. You tell me. But this seems like it might be purposely done because of the book that I'm opening. Anyway, a very cool touch, a nice touch. The foam. We knew it was coming, and we saw it, but for those of you who are not Suntup Editions regular customers, they come with a bookmark. They always do, a book-oriented bookmark, usually featuring artwork from the book. This one comes with two. Not only do you have the iconic artwork from the original paperback, I guess it'd be the original paperback, this one here looks very cool, but also from the movie poster. And let's see, so our Peter Benchley Jaws bookmark talks about the foreword by Wendy Benchley, interior illustrations by John Anthony DiGiovanni, dust jacket illustration from Roger Castell. And this would be the iconic image that we associate with the movie, with the book, and with Jaws in general. So really nice to see that one. And it's also nice to have the bookmark with the interior the artist of the interior illustrations, Roger Castell. There's 6 full color interior illustrations here, and we're going to get to them all. One thing I wanted to point out is the original hardcover version of this book. I was glad to be able to get a copy of this book, but in all honesty, it lacks a little bit of the luster that you got from later editions of the book, as well as from the movie poster, and now from Suntup Editions. So that's enough talking for now. Let's this is how you protect the book. Let's take a look at our oversized. This one is bigger. Let's compare this to other artist editions. So this is the Island of Dr. Moreau, which is almost all of the artist editions are about the same height. Jaws is bigger, 10-inch by 7-inch. I didn't measure, but that's what they say, 7-inch by 10-inch. So it's a taller artist edition, and I love the spine. Where it comes, this one came wrapped in shrink wrap. Some of the artist editions lately have been coming just in a plastic bag, practically folded over. And I don't know the rhyme or reason or logic for doing it one way or the other. But this one is wrapped in a shrink wrap like a lot of the others have been. Let's get this shrink wrap open and see how pretty she looks in person. Is anybody out there yelling at me right now for getting my knife so close to my book? The secret is, don't damage the book. That's the secret. As long as you don't damage the book, doesn't matter how close the knife gets, right? That's the way I look at it anyway. All right, we got our shrink wrap almost off. And the first thing I want to do is take a look at this slipcase. It's textured. You can see the texture there. Paper slipcase. There's our spine. The spine looks good. So for those of you who put your books on the shelves the wrong way, that's what you're going to see. Looks real good. Looks very good. For those of you who put your books on the shelf the right way, that's also what you're going to see. let's take this slipcase off. And it smells good. Smells good. So something about this edition that I read on the website is it talked about using materials from using plastics that were recovered from the ocean in the materials in the edition, which is neat. It adds a little bit to the overall theme of conservation, oceanic conservation. I don't know what they call it, but something tells me we kind of need these oceans on this planet to be in good shape for life on this planet to continue in a positive direction. That's enough of that for me today. But how can you talk when I've got this to show you? Golly, it looks so good. So let me compare this to the soft cover with the fingers out of the way. You get far more colorful in the Suntup Editions book. But to me, if you're going to make a book about Jaws, this is the iconic image that you really need to be trying to use. Anyway, so I'm glad to see them do that. I didn't know about this, but look at our page ends. Maybe they told us this, but I didn't know. I missed it. I'm not always the best on research. I passed in school, and that's all I got to say about that. But very, very neat. Seeing the red page ends contrasting with the blue that's in the dust jacket. Looks really nice. And this is a bit of a surprise for me. This book, taking that dust jacket off, it looks unbelievable. You see the color variations in the book's cover, and man, that looks good. Looks unbelievable. And then there you go, there's the spine. This is another one of those books that makes me feel like I need to have two of them. This right here looks so good sitting on the shelf. Let's see what it looks like inside of the slipcase. Carefully insert it back into the slipcase. Man, how good does that look? Put that son of a gun on your shelves and tell me it doesn't look unbelievable. So one like this, and then one with that awesome dust jacket is almost a must. I believe I may have to get me another artist edition of Jaws so I can display it both ways. There we go again. All right, our Endpapers. Let's see, what do I want to see? Let's take a look first. First off, let's look and see the artist's signature. I think I'm doing the right thing by going to the back of the book. So there are 1,000 of these, and another thing I did not expect. Maybe I should have, but look at our artist signature page. You know anything interesting about it? This right here. Chomped. I think I did know this. I think I did hear or read or something that they were going to be doing that, but it looks really cool. It's a nice touch. This edition of Jaws by Peter Benchley is limited to 1,000 copies and is signed by the artist John Anthony DiGiovanni. The text pages are set in Minion with Meridian. Interior design and typography by Jerry Kelly. Thank you, Jerry Kelly. Good job. So anyway, nice signature, a nice touch with the teeth marks in our signature page there. And it looks really good contrasted to the Endpapers, the blue Endpapers. This book is full of surprises. Full of surprises. And a unbelievable artist edition. This is just one of those examples of how unbelievable it is, the kind of quality that you can put into an affordably priced book. Affordably priced for some folks. Anyway, did I show you this one already? Man, I love that picture. The artwork is so good. I've seen the artwork already. So for me, I already saw the spoilers. The artwork looks so good. If you haven't seen it already, we are about to show you. If I can get to it. All right, we'll get to it without missing. We got six interior illustrations, so we'll take a look at these as we go. Man, such good work. With the page end spray, it might make it a little less obvious when I'm letting my fingers do the walking where each one of these illustrations is. So I'm afraid, I'm fearful, filled with fear that I might miss them. How many have I shown you so far? Are you keeping count? Because I've already lost track. But I'll do my best to see if I can catch them all, because they do look good. I like this book. I've been excited from the moment the rumors came out, and then the moment it was announced. I remember where I was at when I placed them orders. Pure excitement, and I'm glad to have this one in. This one looks so good, and the number looks amazing. I can't wait to get that one in as well. But probably for me, as far as artist editions go, there haven't been many artist editions that I've been more excited about than this one of Jaws. There are some that are due that I'm excited about. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is very exciting. Also, with that edition is the possibility of winning the golden ticket, which I've got. I think I've reserved 3 or 4 of the golden tickets already, so that leaves some for the rest of you anyway. Can't wait for that. Golly, that's a good one. Man, that looks so cool. Let's see that again. Look closely. Golly, that looks good. Hold it still. I'm so excited about this one. Let's hear some. The Suntup website talked about a lot of extras that would be included in here, which would include stuff from Peter Benchley regarding the original novel, the process of putting the novel together, also dealing with Universal Studios, dealing with Steven Spielberg, working with him on the film. They did make a lot of changes on the film, but anyway, Peter Benchley had some involvement in there besides just reading the book, besides just writing the book, I understand. And I'm not going to show you all of this, but there's a lot of extras in this edition, or in these editions of this book. Some of the possible titles that Peter Benchley and the editors or whoever were kicking around for the book is, and there's a bunch of them. Let's look and see. Requin, pronounced Ra-Keen. White. Why? That would have been a good title, right? The Fish. I think they chose pretty well. I think Jaws was an adequate name for this. Past, Pisces, Redux, Evil, Infinite, Survival, Sacrifice, Vision. A lot of possible names. I think they did all right. They chose pretty well, in my opinion. Additionally, there's an exclusive introduction from Wendy Benchley, and like I showed, a lot of extras related to the book, the movie, and stuff like that. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I honestly just can't think of what it could possibly be. I'm so excited to have this book in my collection. I'm tempted to go out there and get me a second one. The problem is the prices in the secondary market are jacked up because a lot of people wanted this book. But I might go out there and get me a second one to display without the dust jacket. This dust jacket is just too nice to take off, so I might have to get me another one to display with the dust jacket, with the dust jacket removed. And with that being said, I can think of no more lies to tell. This one's going on my shelf, and I want to bid you adieu. Farewell and adieu to you, a Spanish lady. Farewell and adieu to you, lady of Spain. I don't know the words to that song, but anyway, c'est la vie, baby.